Alright guys, today we have a challenge lock from EasyMoney4x4. Looks like a normal Schlage lock, and it kind of is. It is a 5-pinner. This is actually painted. That's not tape or anything, cover anything up. And the reason I know that is because we have a suspicious looking hole here. I got no clue. I can't see anything down the side of there. And then we got a nice note here. Reminder to shim it. I think I know you guys get ticked off when I do things my way. I think I'll actually shim this one if we get it picked open. I hope I don't need the key, but if I do, this is really neat, isn't it? This is one of the neatest key coffins I think I've seen, made from recycled copper tubing. And EasyMoney4x4 says, let's see, I know you have a double top secret flux capacitor powered X-ray machine, so I've encased the key in copper. He does not want me to look at that. Even has a little lead seal with safety wire on it. All right, well, hopefully we don't need that, but if we do, I think it'll be easy enough to get it out of there. Let's go ahead and give this thing a shot. Let me move that key right there, keep it in kind of in sight. And all right, he does say in his note the key does work, but he says it does stick a little, so that makes it a valid challenge lock. Let's see what we got here. Find the thick one. A lot of flop in there. Let me zoom in, and I'll probably put a mark on here. Make it a little easier to keep track of. Get that in there. All right. Put it right there. Okay, it's a pretty wide keyway, so I'm going to start with a 25,000 deforest. He might be a little much. Might be a little too much rise. Let me try a 25,000th gem. Try this guy. All right, again, I'm not following directions, but it is a challenge lock, and I usually screw up when I do this, but I'm going to apply heavy tension. I'm going to try to bully it. This rarely works, and probably won't this time, particularly if there are serrations in here. Okay, there was a nice crunch. Having trouble getting under pin 4. He does not want to yield. And I'm stuck on that last pin. A little bit of counter rotation there. Okay, we got a little false set. So I'm looking for feedback now. Here we go, a little counter rotation on 2. And it stopped. That's 1. He's definitely serrated. He's continuing to click for me. We're getting a good false set on him. I'm on pin 3. He's the only binder, and he's really locked up. The rest of them are free floating, so it's got to be him. Try to get under him, and I'm going to have to release some tension. It looks like might lose this false set. Oh, he's really binding him up. Looking for counter. Okay, pin 1 is down again. There's another little click. We got a deep false set. Three's back down. He's the only binder again. Let's try it again. Maybe there are 2 ledges cut on him. That was 2. And this 1 has come back down. A little counter rotation on him. Tiny. Maybe not so tiny. That was pretty significant there. So maybe we got serrations and a spool on 1. Click on 2. Dang it, 3 is down again. Let's try this one more time. I hear stuff dropping. All right, 3 is definitely up now. I lost the fault set. Okay, that was 2. Double click. We got our deep fault set back. Here's 1. Counter rotation on 1. That was 2 again. A couple of minor clicks. And of course 3 is back down. Dang it. All right, now 3's up. 1 and 2 are definitely picked. So this is different. Whoa, very deep fault set. Not open though. 3 is back down. I've got extraordinary tension on 3 there. I'm thinking maybe forcing this lock is not the right way. 3 is definitely not cooperating with us. 2 again. 1 again. Whoa, beeps fault set. Not open. There's some counter rotation on 4. And there we go. Just in time. Sounds like somebody's having some furniture delivered or something out there with that beeping. All right, let's go ahead and gut this guy. And then I'm going to do a giveaway. I got some stuff from learnlockpicking.com, and I'll show you in just a minute. But first, let's see what EasyMoney4x4's got in here. I am definitely going to pay attention to this. Let's go ahead and I'm going to lock him up. And it's pretty tight. Didn't notice that on tensioning it or when I turned it that quarter turn, but definitely tight. All right, let's try those guys. Let's look at the key. Clip this safety wire. That is not bad. I should have tried to rake this thing. That's with a K. Rake. He's right, it's a little sticky, but it does work. All right, if I can get it out of there without pulling the core out. Come on. All right, I need to leave that in there. What am I doing? I'm nervous about having to shim this thing. Anybody that puts that kind of warning on there, you know he's got to be serious. There's got to be some nasty T-pins in there, but it slid right in till we get right there to 3. Come on. Okay. Make sure everything's lined up. And there we go, a miracle. No gutting disaster. For those of you who are holding your breath, hoping for one of those, you are out of luck today. I'm going to have to find something else to screw up. All right, I'm seeing some serration, some T-pin looking thing, or some deep spool looking things, but let's take a look. It looks like every single chamber is threaded. We have a, well, kind of a mixed serrated spool. This is definitely a spool. 3 is definitely a spool, sharp edge. Somebody was trying to snag those threads. There we go. Every single one of those is threaded. I kind of expected to see something over here based on the hole drilled in the top of that, but looks like not so much, not today. Get rid of him. And let's see what we got here. Wow, that follower, it's really pinching him tight in there. So there's some powerful springs in it. Very nice. Spool, nice sharp edges to grab those serrations inside of that chamber. Come on. Don't be difficult. Oh! I got him. I got him. Okay, we have, it looks like a spring out of a Bic lighter. I think one of you guys have seen those before. That thing really launched. Luckily, it's right here. Luckily, he hit the camera. Oh, there's your T-pin with serrations on him. Try to be a little more careful on this guy. No, he's just barely sitting in there. All right, we got a nice sharp spool just like that other one. And of course the spring doesn't want to come out. Little brass one. And of course now's the moment my neighbor lets his dog out. That dog, all he does is bark. Every time he's out in the backyard, that's all he does is just bark at this tree. I don't know what's wrong with him. All right, we got a little serrated one. I mean, there's nothing in the tree either. He just stands there and looks at a tree and nonstop. And let's see, number 4. Oh, very interesting looking. That is definitely a sub-caliber pin. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that. We're going to take a closer look at him. If there's a pin in there, or there he is. I was going to say if there's a spring, there he is right there. Another Bic lighter pin, spring. And that should be it. All right, inside of here, I've already seen a lot of serrations. And yeah, it's a non-stop all the way down. And every single one of these are all, every single one of them is threaded. Let's take a look at these pins. And I remember everything in this lock was threaded. So keep that in mind when we look at some of these guys. Very sharp. So everything is designed to grab a hold of something and hang on. I did feel that. This is the pin when I got the very deep vault set 2 times. It was either that T-pin or this weird looking little guy right here. Again, very sharp edge. Spool on both of these. And I'm going to pick him up in a minute. And then serrator on the end, another spool. This guy, I mean, he is like half. Let me put 2 pins up here so you get an idea of scale. Notice how thin he is, and he's not quite centered. And I don't think that center part is a floating ring or anything. It's just, I don't know, asymmetrical. No idea why. I can't say that it made a heck of a lot of difference, but I promise you it certainly didn't help things. Anyway, easy money. Thank you, sir, for the lock. Appreciate it. All right, guys, it's time for a giveaway. Let me set this stuff aside. I'm going to put it all back together at some point over there. And I have a couple more giveaways from LearnLockPicking.com. This is a note that they put into the package. Kim and Ryan are the owners of LearnLockPicking.com, and they threw in 2 of these guys. So they are both of these are the same giveaway. It's the ultimate adversary lock with a pair of Learn Lockpicking pinning tweezers. For those of you who have not seen these, which there must be 1 or 2 of you still out there, inside of here you get a training lock. All these are threaded, ready to go. To pin up, you can pin it progressively as you learn. You can start with 1 and move all the way up to all 7 of them. If you want to put a key in it, there you go, with the proper pins, plugs, springs, everything, so that it'll fit those keys. And then after you get that figured out, you can move on to these guys. A lot of security pins in here. There's spools, they're serrated. I think there's even a couple of mushrooms in here. So quite a lockpicking university inside of this little black box from LearnLockPicking.com. All right, the first giveaway, which is a lock and a pair of tweezers, is going to go to Mark Melchioni. Right there's your name. And I'll send you an email, Mark, and notify you and get back with me with your address. And the second one goes to Edward Piper. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time. Stay safe. Stay legal. Easy Money 4x4. Thank you, sir, for the lock. Appreciate it.